Hey, folks, I never told Justin I was good, but I guess I'm good now. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Never. Oh, we're in the wrong
I'm
spot.
Yeah, we're in the right
Dustin.
No, I'm in
spot.
the right
It's
spot.
me.
I'm in the right spot,
I'm the
guys.
game master again.
Cool, cool. So expect extending rooms and other fun things. While Justin fixes all of the things after he's the one who decides when we go live or not. Um,
Whose phone is it?
it's mine, but it should be last, right?
Yeah, it's last.
Okay, you need to stop video, I think.
No, I don't know how to do that on here. Hi guys, I'm here again. Video. Yeah.
All right. Michael, you okay, good. I'm back. Nick.
Hey, we're
Patrick is the worst.
good. All right, from the top.
All right. Is everything where it needs to be? Fantastic.
I'm where I
gonna
need to
hide.
be.
Okay.
Do you want me to do
It's
another
really good.
countdown or?
No, shut your mouth. Hi everyone, and welcome to Nervous with the Party. My name's Dustin. I also go by the Arbitrary Nerd, and I'm your GM this evening. We're back to finally picking up Mostly Harmful, our Starfinder campaign. Taking a bit of a hiatus because Nick decided to go off and have a slight gallivant in Japan.
Yeah, screw
which
that guy.
Very exciting. Maybe he'll chat about it in the after party at 10:30 p.m. EST after our show. Patrick is not here because, as usual, he's the worst. And if you're in Twitch chat, please use the command exclamation point worst.
Welcome.
There we go. I guess we updated it. We are picking up in the casino where we left off last time. The party had been gambling and doing all sorts of fun stuff on that front. And when I say fun stuff, I mean mostly throwing money at like space blackjack, which is just blackjack. And Rex was rolling around being basically a pest. Rex being Patrick's character while he's figuring out his life. And Zero had mentioned interest in joining one of the other options for entertainment slash gambling, which was solo duels or group combat potentially. That's about the catch up. I don't know why I did it in this order. I'm gonna let everyone else introduce themselves now.
All right.
You're
I'm
gonna start with
Justin.
yourself.
Huh?
I didn't hear him introduce himself.
I did.
He did. I don't believe it.
We should take it from the top.
Well, let's start this over. Ready? Ready? Let's start it over. Dustin, do you want me to count down?
Yes, please.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, I'm Dustin. This is Starfinder, and these are the other shits I play with.
Hi, I'm Justin. I play Seeker, the android technomancer. And I play Biggles the Chowder, the neo pre-post classical ambient euphoric down-tempo transwave DJ.
Oh, I don't want to follow up with that. Justin, why are you so awesome? I'm Chris. I play Miller. And he's a pretty awesome mechanic or something. Just go ahead, Zero.
The best Durkin mechanic this side of Absalom Station.
Yes.
The side that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I'm Michael. I play Zero, the android operative. I'm still sick from last week, so sorry if I sound awful.
We blame Patrick as to why we didn't stream last week, even though it was your fault, but that's okay. And / all of our faults because we didn't also want to get up. But that's fine. Don't worry about it.
I was all set and ready.
So
Jeez.
Patrick's fault. His
Yeah,
laziness is spreading.
Patrick's fault.
Hello, I'm Nick, and I'm definitely back from Japan and totally ready to stream tonight. That's actually true. I am playing Conroy Bricks, who's definitely not actually just Dren, and everybody knows it. Definitely not.
Yeah, I didn't give you much of a chance. Everyone just knows it. Maybe if you meet a new character, I'll let you actually get a skill check in there or something. I don't know. I think I need to go to playing light RPGs. They're kind of addictive, and I don't have to worry about rules as much. All right. We are in season 3, episode 11. We will be gearing up for the encounter with Zola and Gurgaretz, hopefully at the latter half of this episode. But first, I told the party I would give them another chance to basically waste all their money / increase their money, because with season 3 planning on it being the end of Starfinder, at least for the time being, I wanted to make sure they had the opportunity to go out with a bang. We're about halfway through, maybe a little bit more than halfway through the season 2, depending on how this goes. So, keep your eyes out for that. For announcements, I have nothing in particular, other than if you like what you see and want to support us, you can find us over on Patreon at bit.ly/neverpatreon. Any support is welcome, even if it's just to say hi or share what you see when you're hanging out with us on Twitch or YouTube or later in audio land, wherever your podcasts are found. If anyone else, small announcement. I have one. Suck it.
No. I'm gonna do it because you forgot.
Fine. Damn it, Nick. Go.
If anybody
So
is going to PAX Unplugged this weekend, we're going to be at PAX Unplugged. We being myself, Dustin, and Chris,
Hello.
along with Staviathan and Pete, who are partaking in some of our.
Yes, Staviathan's in chat right now. Hi, Steve.
Yes, Chris. Exactly that. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, Steve being the inspiration for Stevathan on the B team / the crew of the Spirit of Shirket, and Pete was the inspiration for P-Tour. He also, along with Steve, joined us for the Ren Fair one shot we did many moons ago. Yes, so all good stuff there. We will be doing PAX Unplugged. I don't plan on doing anything particularly Starfinder while I'm there, but feel free to find us, wave us down. Just look for Nick. He's the big, tall, gangly looking one. And if anyone does find us, I will have business cards for us, just in case you want something with our art and all that fun stuff.
And if you like beer, you can come join me for a beer. I like beer.
I would. Go ahead.
No, Nick was trying to get people together for food too. Haha, sucker.
Yeah. I guess if you don't want to have a meal with us, that's fine, because apparently Dustin doesn't want to meet anybody and have a nice lunch or dinner with anybody. And pizza. Oh my God, that's going to be the best spot to meet up.
Well, it's crowded, but yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, and pizza in Philly, we've enjoyed the past 2 years for PAX Unplugged, so I'm definitely making an excursion there one way or the other. So there you go.
It's spooping cold up in my attic right now. It's at 58 right now. So
that's really
cool.
cool.
Let that be known.
Thanks.
Spooping cold.
All right. Well, I guess I'll try and move this along. So
yeah.
Wait. I got a very, very teeny thing.
We don't want to see.
Wow, really, Nick?
Yes.
A man of your
don't
stature.
admit that.
Yeah, it's not always proportional.
Height has to go somewhere, man.
Yeah, it all goes to my personality, or at least that's what I like to tell my mom. That's weird.
Yeah. That did not get better. No, that's spiraling downward. Okay.
Anyway, what I was actually going to say is if anyone is interested in seeing any of the pictures that I took while I was in Japan, I will be uploading that to our Discord as well. So
fantastic.
if anyone wants to talk some Japan shop, feel free to join the Discord.
Yeah, and that's bit.ly/neverdiscord. All right. I think we are ready to get into it, right, folks?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Cool. So Patrick had come up with some other games for gambling, and then because he's not here, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember. Oh, okay, hold on, what's here? All right, I'm just going through my comments with him. For the party that's gambling, Zero, were you still planning on partaking in the one-on-one combat for the uber rich to watch you beat someone to death?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have you just kind of making your way over there through the crowds. And as we said last time, you guys are in the back end of the casino. Oh, I have a map for the casino, don't
Well,
I?
I did imagine they'd all go with me because I imagine they're going to bet.
Oh, I have a pocket full of credits. I have a big old purse of credits.
So,
I got none.
I've got some credits.
Well, it's more of a, hey, if they're betting everything, they're not
I
going to have money to bet on other things until after they get more money.
All right, that's fair. I would say then.
I imagine everybody was going to bet everything.
You know what? We will switch this up. I will allow them to interfere with the match a little bit then, so everyone's engaged. My intent was to have the combat rounds, including them gambling in their initiative turn, just to keep everyone engaged. That's totally fine. We'll do this Hunger Game style, which I feel like I've said this recently.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've had this conversation either internally or with you guys. All right. So I will say the party then is meandering through the casino. They're collecting themselves from their blackjack table. Rex at the moment is nowhere to be found. He was previously wandering the aisles and getting into some trouble with the staff. I'm going to address that in a moment. And as you guys are walking through, this is again the uber rich area. There were different areas for gambling or partaking in the experiences of this kind of rogue casino set in an asteroid, ungoverned by any actual government. This area is where you get the things where people bid on all sorts of ridiculous things, or the stakes are so high that people are not just putting down credits, they're putting down, fobs for spaceships or limbs or organs, as we sometimes do. It's a whole gamut of things here. Scrupulous, unscrupulous, whatever.
So this is the uber rich area, whereas like the lift rich area.
Okay, so it's under the rocks that are falling.
Hey, you know what? That one actually took me a second.
I didn't know where he was going with it, but I knew it couldn't be good. I didn't know for sure, but I knew. All right. Awful. For now, you are making your way to the far side of the room, where they have a sort of kind of mini arena set up. It's a hard light field, which is to say that the field changes periodically with a projection that, through the use of advanced science and magic, because I said so, sometimes visualizes as different things that players can interact with. Last time when you'd walked by was a Colosseum style fight between two monsters, and that'll slowly change.
So what you're telling me is that Nick Arcade is real in this?
I don't know what Nick Arcade is, but I'm gonna go with.
You never watched
probably.
Nick Arcade? Oh
I don't
man,
know what that is.
they like played real life video games, like with a light screen thing. It was it was kind of cool. It was a game show on Nick. Nobody else watched that here? Seriously?
This is a
I know what
kind
you're
of
talking
local...
about, but it was fun watching you struggle.
So everybody who's not from like Massachusetts or Boston area, unless you got it where at the Boston Museum of Science, it did do the volleyball with the silhouettes.
That's basically what they did.
Kinda. Right. No, this is more like Tron. So suck it.
Okay.
Oh, light cycles.
Right.
Suck it, Trebek.
I'm good with
Probably are light cycles of some form of racing here as well that you could gamble or risk your lives on.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I know. For this one, as you approach the arena, the set off area, there is what you take to be the master of ceremonies, game master, what have you, standing before this arena. It is an overweight, bald, pale man who looks like he would rather be somewhere else, but he is wearing gaudy clothing and a brilliant red hat.
Found Dustin's self-insert character.
Well, other than Dustinian being my self-insert character because he's got my GD name, yeah.
Sure mine died.
This yeah, it's fine. This character, this person, is beckoning to the crowd when he sees someone who looks interesting. If you watch long enough, you'll see that he's not asking necessarily the most physically apt. He's definitely going for what would be the most fun to watch. And fun is a broad spectrum, as he will pick on people who are like extremely old. Or...
I once knew a guy who did some things for fun. I get what's going on.
I'm not sure what Nick is referring to, but I am mostly saying he's just trying to get weird fights together, not necessarily the expected burly dude versus burly thing. He's asking.
He was kind of burly.
What is going on? What is he referencing? Is it me?
Is it brawl? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, is it Brawl?
Yeah.
It is
Oh, okay.
Brawl.
But
All right.
it was for fun.
I'm with it. It was for fun,
Oh.
but it was hitting me, so we don't
Jeez.
like that.
I go to Japan and then everybody just forgets everything.
Brawl went to Versus. He's gone. Leave me alone.
Do you really want us to remember Brawl? The guy that only hit women when he fought in arenas?
I can
When
make
you
one,
put it like that.
I can make like a little statue, like you know the big one we found that Brawl was naked. I can make like another one of those, just a little tiny. We can keep it around everywhere if you want.
Sounds fair. Make it when
Isn't
you're
there
back
a
on the
naked
ship.
rat somewhere on the captain's chair?
Yep.
For now, you
he
watch
made a little
this
plushie.
Master of Games proposition a clearly pregnant creature,
Better get Brawl.
an elderly insectoid using crutches to facilitate its movement despite its many legs, etc. When Zero comes up, he mostly ignores you.
Is there anybody else controlling the fights or anything like that?
No, he's the only one standing in front of the entrance to the stage area, basically. It's kind of a walled off area where combatants can go through and everyone else watches on the sides. You grab a waiter or something, there's wait staff walking by with drinks.
Dren takes a drink.
So
Mind
are
you,
we
he's
still
already a little bit.
You are very drunk, actually. You were
Yes.
quite
Yeah.
sauced from last time.
Because remember, flashback to last episode, I called Seeker out by his name. Not by-
So I'm actually going to look to Miller and I'm going to ask you, should I just attempt to weasel my way into a match, or would you rather try talking it up and see if you can get better terms? I have a feeling you'd be better at it than me.
Yeah, probably slightly, but yeah.
Well, I think our other two compatriots are wasted.
No.
I thought
hold on.
Seeker was drinking too.
I did have
Or
some.
on
I had
drugs.
some to drink. I'm not on drugs.
And drugs.
Or on
Yeah,
drugs.
Are we still in our characters or what right now? Like, are we in?
I mean,
Am I
Dren's
Seeker
not.
right now, or my Biggles the Chowder? That's the question.
I'm,
Up
What
to
am
you
I?
guys.
ghost something, ghost pumpkin, ghost
Oh
pumpkin.
yeah, Ghost Pumpkin Ghost.
Pumpkin
Because-
ghost.
Pumpkin Ghost.
Which can
Because Seeker thinks.
tell you the last time we really played, Pumpkin Ghost was
Well, it
the
has been a month.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So yeah, we can drum up a little something, yeah.
Do you want me to make you look a little bit more interesting? I can do that.
No.
Make him look more weak.
Wait, actually, if you're in disguise, oh, you didn't have a disguise because nobody's gonna notice you, right? Is that
Yep.
it? Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the most I did is I picked a new name, which I don't
Actually,
remember what it was.
In that case, I told you your disguise wasn't very good. Not like Biggles the Chowder or anything.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I gotta do anything to, alter your appearance. I don't think anybody even knows you exist. I don't think
do.
many people are going to be putting any bets on you, my friend. Except for me, I got a huge number of credits in your name. I also got you a secret weapon too. Ask me about it before you hop in the arena. But
Sure, but we'll have
You
to see
sound like
what
an NPC
turns-
right now. Ask me that later when you're about to go do
ask
the
me
thing.
ask me about that later. Yeah.
Be sure to press the X button.
You have to walk out of the room and walk back in for the
Yep.
trigger, though.
I like pants. They're comfy and easy to wear. Shorts. I like shorts.
Shit's
The
shorts, but you
NPC
did
looks
well.
at the camera. That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And then he talks
Um,
to the voice in the sky.
So I go up to the guy who's, I don't know. You said there's a guy who's like organizing all this.
The Master of Games.
That's
Yep.
it, the Master of Games. I walk up to the Master of Games. I go, hey, excuse me.
Ooh. Hello there.
Hey, yo, what's up?
I am the Master of Games.
Hello, Master of Games. I
You-
am a pumpkin ghost.
Oh, I don't care what your name is. You're positively revolting. Could I
Oh,
do
fuck
a,
you.
one-on-one death match?
Whoa. Wow. Hi. I actually have another contestant I'd like to enter because I can't fight you. Yeah, I'm a rat. I can't fight.
Well, see,
Well,
it would be in my Mutant League series, so you'd actually be going up against a pile of sentient toxic waste. I think you'd stand a fair chance.
that sounds horrible.
Well, yes. Yes, that is quite the point. I am the
I
master
feel
of
like
games.
I feel like I'd probably melt from I don't know at least 20 feet away. Is that right? Am I correct?
20 is about right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Anyways, I got an actual contestant.
Right. And when you say actual contestant,
My friend right next to me. I don't even think you even saw him.
oh, the android. I'm sorry. Android fights are a little passe. We did the whole BattleBots thing last year.
This one's a little different.
Doesn't look any different.
Oh yeah, the looks could be
So,
deceiving, my friend.
Not in my business, friend.
I kind of whisper in Miller's ear, should I startle him?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I turn invisible.
Well, all right. That's a fun trick.
And I'm going to move behind him.
My
You just
only
tap him on the shoulder.
my only problem is this is a visual game, and if we can
So I
only
peer
see...
behind him and say, that's not a problem.
Rather unsettling. I'm going to continue talking to the Yosoki now. Thank you. Fucking hell. Right.
And I move back to Miller's side.
Okay. All right.
Just go right back to the spot you were in.
Yep.
Okay. So, right. I see that your friend has a taste for theatrics. It's just that we need a bit of flair, a bit of pizzazz.
He's
to make
really fast.
Dren
Okay.
lights
Like,
up his
really
tail.
fast.
bit of flair.
Extremely fast.
Let me. You know what? Go ahead and roll me some persuasion there. Let's see if that's going to be enough to get him in there.
Diplomacy?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
I'm playing the wrong game. Don't worry about me.
This plus 10. A total of 29.
29. He's like, all right. He's really fast.
Really fast, kid.
Not just going invisible and showing up somewhere else and saying
No.
fast.
I mean, your typical parlor wizard could do that. I mean, invisible, that's like yesterday's news. This guy
Looking
is
at the
fast.
size of the current arena, I could probably run around that about 4 times.
4 times, kid.
1 round.
6 seconds. 4 times. It's 6 seconds.
4 times in the 1 round of combat. Yeah, so just make sure it takes a while.
All right. I don't see necessarily how useful that will be, but it might be fun to watch, I guess. All right.
Hey,
Biggles the Chowder
against,
walks by. Oh shit! Oh man, it's you. Man, that guy's crazy. You should see him fight. I saw him in the other room. Oh man, he just destroyed some dude in the coolest way ever. It was like wah 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 cha wah wah, and it's like oh, exploded. Dude exploded everywhere. It was nuts. Dude, get this guy in there. Get that guy in there.
You heard this random guy I've never met before.
I think Biggles the Chowder's the most favorite thing that Justin has ever done.
Biggles is really hard to top.
Oh, you say that about
I can't top him.
The Master of Games looks a little bit more interested. This does seem to help. He was already convinced by the Yosoki, but having another android of more flamboyant nature seems to help. He says, well, I did mention BattleBots was last year, but we could do a callback. Mr. DeChowder, was it?
Yeah, Biggles the Chowder.
How would you like to attempt to rip your kin limb from limb?
Me? Oh, no way, dog. Not me. Not me. I'm out of here. Bye. Just like as I'm walking away, still. Nope, not me. Nope.
All right. I kind of Kind of wish I'd seen that android first, but I guess I will take what I can get. Let me get a I don't know, get me a name for the registration. I need to get a DNA sample so that way you understand that this is a life or death game and this will be your legally binding contract. Slash, if you win, this will also guarantee that you are welcome to winnings. This is no trick or anything like.
Yeah, sure. Wait, let me get some scrapings. Do
He
you need
just
some of my
froze.
hair? I mean, I got
Dustin
plenty of
froze.
hair.
Dustin froze.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Hey, friend.
That's a great photo.
We're gonna cut this.
You're
Yeah,
muted
Dustin,
on.
you're
You're
muted.
muted on the other one.
So my computer died.
Hey.
I'm booting it up now. I guess the audio folks don't care what this looks like, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Go for it.
Well, I mean, your audio is pretty bad. I wouldn't.
Oh, that's a good call. Never mind. I'm gonna mute myself again and get this round up. Give me 10 seconds, guys.
Continuity. That's what I'm talking about.
Cut away back to Biggles to Chowder, doing it, whatever it is he did.
So we're gonna have to stop our video so hopefully Chris doesn't die.
Oh no! Ever since I reformatted my PC, it fixed a lot of those issues. I swear to God, if it crashes my computer.
You're welcome.
When in doubt, blame Patrick.
We can always blame Pat.
It is Patrick, because Patrick's the worst.
All right, I'm back.
It says so right there.
You're up, Mike.
All right.
Oh no, but
Didn't it go too quickly?
It went way too quickly.
Dustin just gotta do it on
No,
the phone.
yeah, Dustin brought his phone in too quickly, and then that brought
Phone
Nick
never
in too
left, you
quick.
jackass.
It's okay. I'm playing
Now
right
your
today.
now your audio's lower.
I don't know where my audio's coming from.
Right? Does it sound lower to anybody else?
I don't
No,
think so.
it actually sounds a little bit louder than what it was
A little
before.
more refined.
I can't
Ooh.
mute my phone.
Oh, now you're good.
Your phone's muted.
I see it as muted.
No, my phone's talking to me.
Oh,
Oh.
you can't mute us. Turn the volume down.
What?
Don't be stupid.
What?
Oh,
Don't be Patrick.
bastards. The volume's all right.
I'm
shutting this down.
We are in the
Hold
right
on.
spot. All right.
You
Anyways,
probably lowered your
Duplicate the
ringtone.
Party.
No, I've lowered every single volume on my phone. I know what I'm doing, you bastards.
Raise your hand if you believe
I'm
them.
shutting my phone off. I'm going to restart this too. Okay. Cool.
anyways,
It's still talking. Would you shut the fuck up? You are off.
we
Are
have
you
to
kidding
perform
me
an
right now?
exorcism.
Phone is
All right,
haunted.
it is.
Government's
officially
always
stopped.
watching.
Biggles, can you perform an exorcism?
Not me, man.
Yeah, that's my side gig. I do exorcisms, bar mitzvahs, you know.
Can we just have like a side arc of just Biggles?
Yes.
I just want
Biggles
to
meets Just AC. We should just play. We should play a game where we all play a character I've played before.
No, that's not so bad.
Who
I
gets
mean, it's
fear-
awful, but it's not so bad.
Who gets fear?
Can I just be you?
Yeah, oh yeah, you can just be me. Yeah, well, I mean,
Nice.
I did play myself, so yes.
Hold on.
you can.
You played yourself.
He played
I'm
himself
gonna go
for
run to the
our-
bathroom. I'll be right back.
Not wrong.
Did you eat some gluten today?
Gluten, some cheese, all of the dairy. I mean, it's so good.
Sounds
All
like
right,
my
hold on.
life.
I have the other camera coming in just
All
a second to sort us out.
Anyways, well, now that we're on like a break, I can officially say hello, Falcon Wolf. Thank you for finally joining us face to face. It's good to see you.
Indeed.
All right. Is everyone in the right spot?
This is
Yep.
this is the kind of stuff that we cut out. So when we've when we
That
cut
just-
down our videos down to like a half hour, it's because most of this. Go ahead, clap. Justin.
All right. I think I have everything up. I had so many things open that I'm kind of disappointed that it decided to shut down like that, but that's fine. I'll just pretend I know what I was doing. Also, I don't know where you guys went. I can't find my
I'm still right here. Haven't
Shut your
moved.
mouth. You just shut your mouth. I've had enough of your sass today. All right. I was talking about something. Does anyone want to remind me what I was saying?
Well, Biggles just effed off.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'm back with it. All right.
Callback episode to BattleBots.
No,
and
the master of games is basically giving Zero the terms and
you need-
conditions. The terms and conditions being that they need a name for the match, which can be whatever you choose. It can be like a fighter's name. It can be the man spider, whatever you want to do there. You could also do your actual name. That's fine, but they will take a DNA test, and that is the legally binding contract of you accept that you may die by participating in these games. Also, you are guaranteed payout if you survive based on whatever terms you agree to.
that
All right,
does
so
not sound like a Zero thing to do at all.
well, first off, my client's name is Clown Baby.
This is getting better, I have to admit.
Pumpkin Ghost and Clown Baby.
Dren, because he's been drinking, he goes, okay, now do me.
That would be a great show. Pumpkin Ghost and Clown Baby.
Pumpkin Ghost and Clown Baby. This is a Clown Baby, and do you need some my fur or something? I don't get what you want.
No, unfortunately,
I mean,
I need it
do
to be for
androids-
the contestant that enters the ring. Trust me. Let me be super clear. You are in the most discreet corner of the packed world here at On the Turn. Not to mention in my arena.
I got you. Hey, Sarah, do you want some of Rye's blood? I still got a vial or two.
Does he look like he's using some type of magic?
I can hear you, and yes, I will be using magic to check this. This isn't something that we can negotiate around. If your participant doesn't want to participate, that's
Clown
fine.
baby.
I would way rather have you in that squishy thing coming out of the side of your head. It looks kind of like a Francis to me. Yes,
It's a Phyllis. It's a Phyllis.
Phyllis? Better. Phyllis, the green phallus out of this Yosoki's head. We got this.
All right then.
Is the thing that you're putting the blood on, is it like a contract?
It is a data stick. Feel free to look at it. He rummages.
Like, is there an actual terms and conditions?
Oh, yeah. You can totally. You'll have to plug it into a data port if you'd like.
Which I imagine will be.
I got one right here.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sure.
More or less, I want to make sure there's no become blah 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 slave or that type of crap.
He wants to read the actual terms and conditions.
No, that's fair. Yeah. So, Miller
Because blood magic causes people to, I don't know, die if they don't kick somebody out of a town.
Yeah. You're not.
Yeah, like wow, who would do that?
As Miller scans through it or lets you read through it, you are able to get through it pretty quickly. The terms and conditions are actually pretty cut and dry. It is more about guaranteed payment.
Yeah, well, actually, does it tell the odds? Not the odds, the returns.
The data there isn't entered yet. That's something that you'll negotiate based on the person's stature. Just so you know, this person is giving you just the base odds, 2-1. Unfortunately, the Master of Games goes on. Unfortunately, you look to be fit, healthy, and probably capable. The exact kind of fighter that normal schmucks like to watch. My clientele.
I mean, he just runs really, really fast. I think it'd be really, really funny. But the name like Clown Baby. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but
way
surely
back.
you have some combatants that fare better than others.
I have mentioned that it is a matter of visual appeal, and honey, you just don't got it. But that's not so
Well,
bad.
if you have somebody that you wish to fight and something barbaric and bloody, how's it about whoever you have me fight? We fight with no armor.
Let me take a
Ooh.
quick look at
I don't want to see him naked.
what we've got on the roster.
I said armor, not pants.
Pulls up his wrist, flips through a wrist computer, and immediately. Actually, you know what? Give me some perception
See
check.
how many penises he has.
As he as his eyes widen, how many
This
penises do you have?
30s.
29 again. I got another 29. That's great.
And I had a 30.
All right. You both notice that his eyes do widen in shock as he checks through his wrist computer, and he puts his wrist back down and he says, "I'd be willing to do 3-1. I've got a contestant all picked out for you."
All right. See, Clown Baby, that wasn't so hard, was it?
For clarity's sake, if you do not get beaten, pummeled, eviscerated, or otherwise removed from the living realm, you will be earning 3 times whatever you put as down payment. It'll be
Oh,
your
all
down
right.
payment and then, times 3. Um, so if those terms are acceptable, that
Yeah, they're acceptable.
if you do die, expire, whatever androids do, move on to the I don't know, the vast, the drift, whatever. Then your money will go to us, but it'll be ultimately dispersed through winnings for everyone. This bid will be, or this bidding will be open to the general populace as soon as we get to the combatants decided. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's great.
The other end of this, your opponent who has been selected, they have already put in that you are allowed to make any special requests that you would like for the fight, in terms of weapons, anyways. The field has been determined, and that's when it materializes into the chessboard you guys are seeing on the map. Previously, it was a coliseum. Now it is a much smaller, which is what you were using for scale, I think, anyways, 0.
35 by 35.
Yeah, chessboard setup. It looks like Wizard's Chess without any chess pieces. It is just an empty field used to block off. The field itself is set in about 40 feet. Those brown things I'm going to call walls that raise up, and then the things that look like where Pokemon trainers would battle over, they're just raised platforms. That's all.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was like the first thing that went in my head. I was like, that's where the duelist stand.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the duelist things will be unused. It's just the checkerboards, and then the border of the checkerboards is about a 50-foot wall, which I don't think is actually something Zero would have an issue with, but it is what it is. A bit of a pit. And did you have any weapons you would like to identify or have it open? We do prefer open if you want. That means you could bring anything.
No rules.
Do the change in rules or weapons change the value?
Only if it was a one-sided change, which I don't recommend, my friend. If you were to say, like, I don't know, firearms, small arms only, then it would be equal for both of you. Then no, we assume you are both capable of doing either.
So if I say something like I'll use small arms and knives and he can use whatever.
Well, that might change things and give your GM a big headache because he doesn't have a weapon prepared for the play last time. Just fucking say knives, Michael. Because I'll have to Google what's the worst weapon in Starfinder I can find. I don't want to do that.
I was gonna say suddenly
want to,
they get the big missile launcher that we had versus the dragon.
Well, I might. If that's what you want to do, I have a brief segue I need to do because I need to take care of Rex right now. If you want to say you're using small arms and knives and the opponent can use whatever, I'm going to put Chris on a research mission. Is that what you want to do?
As long as it's only weapons and not things like mechs or like power armor and stuff along that nature.
Well, so the armor is something that is kind of predetermined by whom you're fighting.
Well, because power armor is armor, and I suggested no armor.
Oh, they didn't agree to no armor. You would be in no armor. That's how the rates go up.
You specifically said they'd agree to any special requests.
For weapons.
No, you said requests. You didn't say weapons yet.
I actually added weapons after because I wasn't going to change the field either.
In that case, only small arms and knives.
Okay,
perfect.
Make
it simple.
Then that makes it simple for me too. This person is going to want to beat you with their bare hands anyways.
Is it brawl?
All right.
It's brawl,
No,
is it?
not quite.
So I know exactly what it is. Remember when we did that villains campaign and then Mike's character picked up that really high level Jarl Slayer? It's going to be that dude.
Well, as Nick spoils everything, I'm going to have, well, we'll get to that, but what happens is basically you guys agree to terms. It is 3-1 right now with your payout. You have the field, and I'll say that we have these things as stands. You guys can be on this stand. You're here.
Wait, we're playing JoJo now?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I thought it was Yu-Gi-Oh.
The Rulo, the World, whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
I feel bad for him.
As you guys walk out to the field,
A Yark Slayer has a movement of 20. He can't reach me the whole match.
A Vesk in a very large suit of armor stomps onto the field opposite Zero. You have never met this individual, but viewers from the villain campaign, the 2-episode side shot we did of Let's Be Bad Guys, will recognize this as Karn the Vesk, who did acquire Yarrow Slayer armor way earlier than he should have.
Like at level 1.
At the very end of that campaign, because he got access to the city's vaults, or the little compound they were raiding's vaults. So we have Zero standing in his usual relatively unarmored self. I don't remember what you wear for armor, but then
Light armor, so
there's a whole massive Vesk stepping onto the field, and then the hard light field coalesces around you both. And I would like everyone really quickly to take your headsets off.
Oh.
Even
everyone or
Mike?
me as well?
Even Mike, everyone, legit
Wow.
everyone.
Unprecedented.
Wish that hadn't happened. I accidentally opened Twitch, and yeah, there we go. I was trying to make sure that they all had their headsets off. We're going to take a brief flashback to about 15 minutes prior. While the party is gambling, playing blackjack, we had Rex. I guess not to be confused with Rex. I don't know. Ask Patrick about it when he's back. I don't understand. Rex dressed up as it's just some sort of fancy dude, I think, kind of like top hat kind of thing, monocles, whatever. I forget exactly what they did for his outfit. He was rolling around and asking people if they wanted to do Nathaniel tasks, which is a riff off of Nate tasks from season 2. In this quest for Nathaniel tasks, which he's mostly just asking not really that absurd things, just uncomfortable things, Rex at one point does kind of stroll past a door, and out of the corner of his photoreceptor eyes, he sees another droid, another robot that looks actually like him. Now he's walking on 2 legs now because he's in his Rai persona, but traditionally he looks kind of like a mix between Johnny 5, if you're familiar, and C3PO in the facial region, which is he's got dreads, clampy arms, and a expressionless face. He backs up to this doorway he passes and glances in, and he says, "Yeah, hello, fellow series, Rex series. I think they're all Rex series. RX series. Hello, fellow RX series. Could I interest you in a Nathaniel task?" The other RX series, of which the only ones you've seen have been militant and run by the Border Space Union, does the best to flip Rex the bird with the clamp fingers that it has, says something unpleasant like eat Sprox or something, I don't know, or Ichuta if you want to go for Star Wars, and then, kind of strolls off down the room. Rex follows, and through another door walks into what looks to be a private changing area, and he stumbles upon 2 individuals getting dressed. They are removing BSU armor, so the different helmets and plates that are kind of obscuring of identity, and standing before him are a Vesk, not Karn. This one, if you remember, would be Chris's villain, which would be I have the name. Hold one moment. It is Torgrad, the Vesk, who was an engineer who had competitions with Miller back in the day, and Nazaram, a Riforian that we have technically seen with the party as well. The last time we saw Torgrad, he was chasing the B team through this very casino, which is why he had to go incognito. Upon seeing this overdressed robot, unknown to them, kind of walk into the room, mentioning some BS about a Nathaniel task, they both quickly pull out blasters and shoot Rex, or not to be confused with Rex, into about 3 different pieces, which clatter out into the hallway. The 2 inside the room, as Rex's audio receptors begin to fail, say, "Well, that was closer than it needed to be. We have them exactly where we want them. Maybe we should lock the door." Another voice, a slightly lighter voice, says, "Fine, fair. Maybe next time when we are getting out of our poor costumes and about to enter into even worse costumes, sure, we'll lock the door." And you're sure Zero's here? You absolutely sure that means that they're here? Listen, if every single camera that stupid android walks by gets blurred out, we can just eventually just use that to find them. All right. We got the message on the turn. We had some blurry camera reception. They're here. We've got them this time. And that is when Rex's audio receptors fail. And we're going to jump back into 15 minutes up as I leave everyone back in. Come on in.
Guys,
Oh,
I
Dustin's
listened
playing
to
with
the
himself.
whole thing.
Oh, that was really quick.
Is that a lie? That's all right. Suck it. I had some stuff that I didn't want any of you guys to be aware of, and that works for
That's
me.
why we took the headphones off. Yeah, we get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have another way to chat with the audience, so eat me.
All right.
All right.
Maybe,
Be there in
maybe this
10.
weekend.
We are now back in the field. This Vesk, which again we know his name is Karn, and I guess floating above the field.
Can I just hold on 1 second? Before we broke apart from everybody, I wanted to give Zero a couple things. Yeah. So, anyways, as he is walking off towards the arena, I said,
Yep.
Hold on, Zero. I got a few things for you. I reach into my pouch and I give him 3 cover seeds, as well as the collar that we got from Rye.
Okay.
Dustin's face.
You know, the magic dampening collar. You know how to use this. You just have to put it around their neck, I suppose. Yeah.
You guys never got the remote for it. You just got the collar itself because it was attached.
No,
to
we
Rye.
have. He has the remote.
Where did you get the remote from?
I took it off her corpse.
Right. Okay. All right. The magic
Right
block
out
is
of
not
her
going to do you
cold, dead
any good.
hands.
The shocking them will.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. The magic, I was going to say, yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. No, you have the controller. Shit. Okay. Cool. All right. There's that. Be
All right,
mindful.
so no, I'm done. So you can continue now.
In terms of the contract, since you both read it, be mindful. If what you're doing would constitute an attack, you've identified that you'll be only using small arms and knives, I believe it was. So I don't care if you use the collar, but it has to not be an attack, if that makes any sense.
I mean, if it automatically hits, isn't an attack?
If it is done aggressively, yeah, I would say so.
And what about if I'm not the one that activates the collar?
Oh, it wasn't me, man. I just put the collar on the guy.
I'm gonna have to assume they have something in the contract for outside interference. I think it wouldn't necessarily get you murdered for violating things, but I do believe it would rescind any offer of wage.
Yeah, you wouldn't get a payout.
I don't think you need to do this thing. I would say if you can make it not an attack and then use it, that's fine. I don't know what that looks like, but maybe you can. But also, if it is something you do, I think it's fine. I would say if someone outside interferes in any way, that's going to violate the arena sanctions.
All right.
The cover seeds are not an attack, so you are totally fine there.
And are these things you just throw out and they become cover?
That's it.
Don't worry, he's got you covered.
There it is. Oh, my armory's all the way on the floor over there.
What is? Well, I wish I had like haste or something to give you, but I don't.
Wait, you're not wearing armor, are you?
No, I am.
Oh, do you have any slots?
Yeah, I
slots.
could technically. Yeah, I have a few slots actually.
Oh, here, take this. It's a haste circuit.
Nice.
It's something I haven't broken out yet.
Let me see how many slots I technically have. Because I have one because I'm an android, which I had a quick release sheath, which I really don't need for this fight.
Yeah, you guys can prep. You're fine. Magic won't work unless you can cast it yourself in the fight. They'll will do a dispel on you before you enter the field. Again, that's just unfair advantages, and if you could do it, so would they.
Yeah.
So in terms of keeping things fair, if you can cast the magic, it's kosher. That's not an issue. Again, can't be an attack magic, but you can definitely get around that. That's a very small issue.
Slots.
Oh,
What'd you
I
call
don't
me?
have anything. I could just make him fly, but if it's gonna go away, you know.
So I actually have 3 more slots.
Okay.
Hey, isn't that a force field generator? Doesn't that go in a slot?
Yeah. It does. Well, not my force field generator. That's a
Yeah, I know.
thing, unfortunately.
What's the haste slot do? Is it the extra?
So
Does
it
it do
basically
anything?
gives you haste for a number of rounds that I can look up in just a second. Armor upgrades, haste circuit. It is capacity 10, usage once per round, so you can do it up to 10 rounds. You activate the haste circuit as a swift action to gain the benefits of a haste spell until you spend another swift action to deactivate it. So yeah, you effectively have haste for 10 rounds.
Is haste anything different in this game? I don't think we've really used it.
I think you can attack as a full round action or something like that, as a standard or something, and still move. I don't know, let me look it up.
Wait a minute. Does that mean I can trick attack and full attack in the same turn? Because that seems broken.
Maybe.
Everything you do seems broken.
Yeah, but if I can
Alright.
do the whole trick attack thing, which is a full round.
When making
Actually,
a full attack, a hasted creature can also take a separate move action in order to move. This can occur before, after, or between the attacks from the full attack. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it wouldn't work with
You
trick attack
have
the way it works.
your movement is increased by 30 feet.
That's really broken. 120 without spending any resolve.
This
Like instant transmission all over the place, basically.
Yeah.
What's
So
more is he
basically-
can't make attacks of opportunity against me because he's my only target.
Basically, you can move after a full attack.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Are you
Just
ready to
assuming we all
rumble?
spend all our money. Or you-
So Miller slaps down 16,000 credits.
Wow. I slapped
I'm,
down 1,000 because I don't really have much.
3,465 credits.
9,000.
Okay. Yeah. The Master of Games takes all of your credits and he says, "All right, and you're putting this on the one in the Yara Slayer armor, correct?"
Clown baby, please. Clown baby.
Yeah, it's Clown Baby.
Oh,
Clown Baby, man!
all right.
He's so good, man.
Yeah, just so you know, this
Does
fight
anybody
was
get the
specifically
reference?
requested. I had a message on my terminal that said I hadn't been checking my terminal because I often don't get message. No one loves me. It actually said that this is a special order from the Border Space Union, which we're really not on great terms with, but they do make for a hell of a fight. So in my area, we acquiesce to their requests quite often. If you guys are ready to go, please enter the arena and I will do some announcements.
All right.
Are we good?
We're good.
All right, as you guys enter the arena, you've got the hulking Jarl Slayer Vesk out of one side. You have got the thin, slightly anonymous, totally awesome android from the other side. And in the area above you, floating up, there is basically a readout of what the Master of Games announces. And he says, now broadcasting for all corners of On the Turn and all of my folks out there who like to get their pirate broadcast radio streams, videos, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's right. Coming to you now. I know we didn't schedule this one ahead of time. That makes it better. You can catch it on our, and he lists a bunch of other social media you can find it on later. For now, we have a fight between two combatants we are very excited to see. We have the enigmatic, the new challenger, the never before seen in the field, Clown Baby.
Yeah, Clown Baby! Woo!
Clown Baby
Clown
erupts over
Baby's the
text.
shit!
A quick picture of Zero appears in the air, and then behind that, an animated image of Biggles the Chowder hyping him up.
Out of
Oh, yeah.
curiosity, since this is broadcast, does his face show up?
No, it's particularly blurry. It's like bad pixels. It just looks like it's kind of badly rendered. It was already kind of like out of light wave anyways. However, Biggles the Chowder, who's in the background, is in clearer picture. And then
Should fire that camera guy.
in the opposite corner, we have actually seen this challenger before. Yes, this is the same Karn that ripped his last challenger in half.
Boo hiss! Boo hiss!
There's
Hiss!
nothing compared to what Big I would not
Clown
not
Baby!
Nothing. Yeah, nothing compared to what Clown Baby does to his victims.
We are hoping to see some exciting action, some combat. We have a special request put in by Karn for a smaller, more intimate field, which, of course, your Master of Games was all about. And then for weaponry, the challenger has chosen small arms and knives. You'll notice that Karn's Jarl Slayer armor, which, by the way, must I say, mint, has been added to the small arm equipment he has used in previous fights. Yes, there's not much left of those foes either, and a nice small arm attached to his blade, to his wrist. This should make for an interesting fight. We are currently taking bids. We will take bids until first blood, so please feel free to get those bids in. You can do them online, through, etc., whatever cool stuff. All right. Without further ado, I'm just going to say get this fight going. Yeah, remember, contestants, follow the rules in your contract, but otherwise, anything goes.
Roll for initiative.
Roll initiative.
It's okay. He gets
We
like
all
a
roll?
plus 40 anyway.
29.
You know what? Yeah, let's have you all roll.
Oh, all right.
I
So
haven't had to roll
zeros
initiative in forever.
rocking.
There it is.
29. What is my dude's initiative bonus?
Probably
Where you
like
at?
negative 16.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I would imagine.
At least negative 16.
Not a lot.
Exactly. Negative 16 is not a lot.
Well, I don't think.
Is
Does it get the -6 of what is
Armor
it?
check?
Yeah. Does
Uh,
that go against initiative?
I don't think it does. No, it does not.
Then it's probably whatever the standard
I
is.
mean, the
Dex
Jarl
and-
player's got to have like a -20, so.
to initiative?
Yeah.
Let me take a look.
No, it's only.
Yeah, it's only the move that's affected. I'm just being.
Yeah, speed
This'll
is
be,
limited to 20 with Jarl Slayer armor. That one was known.
It is known.
It is known.
It'd be interesting
And-
if Zero doesn't
Is-
survive this like side battle, and like, well,
Now we're broke
all right.
and pretty much defenseless. Offensiveness.
Seeker's
Everybody
like,
bet
well,
similarly.
that was easy. I should have brought him here in the first place.
All right.
It
So
had to be me that killed him.
what was everyone else's
Because I
initiative?
don't have to worry about that one anymore.
I got a 15.
11 for me.
Oh, I got 22.
Biggles got 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go 0, Biggles, then it goes Karn, then it's gonna go Miller, and then it will go Dren.
What's the negative for taking multiple attacks on a turn? Is it -4?
I don't.
So you talk about a full round.
Yeah,
You
It
can't do more than 2.
right.
I can do 3.
And
Oh, sorry.
it is -4.
Operative bullshit.
But I think don't you have a way to drop that even lower or something? I don't know. But yes, it is a -4.
Well, it doesn't say on this website that I'm using, so that's useful.
What are you looking for?
I was trying to double check if there's anything else for it. But no, I'm cool with it. If you can find something in the book, that's fine. But for now, we'll operate under the assumption that that's accurate.
Yeah, I remember it from when I was Sheer Kit.
And what is this dude's health? Yeah, not that great. Probably go down quick. All right. First up for the match, it is open to 0. And as you kind of get started going, Karn across the field punches one pneumatic fist into the pneumatic open hand, which makes a lovely clanking sound and is obviously more for
And
show
breaks one of his hands
than anything. And he calls out, "So, I've been waiting here for you. All the other Inquisitors are off actually looking for you, but I know you travel with the Ahsoka who's got contacts here, family even, and easy enough. It's the lightest trap I've ever had to lay. And the fact that you're all degenerate gamblers, I've been working this field for ages. I am ready to go." It cracks the Jarl Slayer's fingers. Again, not its own fingers. It's Jarl Slayer's armor's fingers. And it's like Hulkbuster-esque style, like it gets ready to go, puts up its pneumatic fists, which you do see has a some sort of blaster rifle attached. It looks like a nozzle out of its left wrist and a long, almost vibrating blade out of its right wrist. That's how that works.
And they're the size of a knife and or small
Correct.
arm. So I'll just do my standard trick attack.
From
So-
across the field?
Yep.
Okay.
35. 20 plus his level.
Yeah, okay, sure. And you rolled what?
35.
Yeah, you hit it.
And a 29 to hit. And he gets a -2 to AC.
29 to hit and -2 to AC. Where did I put that AC?
I mean, I have a feeling it's a 36.
The AC is higher than that, and so actually with the -2, it's down to 36. So what did you roll?
29.
Yeah, you.
I can't actively hit it then.
I'm aware.
Well, then he's gonna be running around until it runs out of battery.
There's
It
charge
just
that,
goes
right?
for it only goes for like an hour unless he's got.
I thought it was a minute.
It is usage 1 per minute, but a minute is a crazy long time in combat because
Right.
that is
10
10 rounds of
60.
combat is a minute.
Yeah.
So it is God, math. Is that 1,000 rounds? How's that gonna work?
Wait, what?
How many batteries you got?
It's capacity 100.
Oh,
Oh, so 100 minutes. So an hour and 40 minutes. Right? You said 1 minute in his capacity,
Yeah,
so it's 100 minutes.
right. But a 1 minute is 10 rounds of combat.
Right. So a lot of
1,000.
1,000 rounds of combat.
It'll be very, very fast.
If we find that we are not able to damage each other, we will skip through things. But for now, this
Well,
is more of a survival
with
era story.
with nat 20s, it does actually hit. So,
Okay, that's true. So we'll hope for 0 roll and some bullshit. All right, so for now, you take a shot. You are basically dead on accurate. You know where he is. You trick attack. He clearly follows the wrong area. You pull a shot. It deflects right off of his chest plate onto the ground, leaving a black smoking scorch mark. I'm sorry, is it laser or is it
This was the higher armor class. So it was the KAC.
KAC? All right, so it's a bullet. A bullet pangs off and like shadows onto the ground. Karn just looks happy. He's like, I don't think you understand. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for you. I'm ready.
And then as part of my movement, I moved to the corner.
That's exactly where I want you. You can start weeping now too. That makes it better.
Yo,
Karn has
Clown
had
Baby
some-
opens up with this
Um,
trademark trick attack, but oh, that armor though, that armor! Oh, I can't believe it.
Above me, like, can I actually climb up to the top ledge, or is it sealed off like that?
No, you can get up to the top ledge. I will say you'll get like a fish out of water violation pretty quickly of you have to return to the field, but if you need to reposition, yeah, you can use it.
Like, I can
He
spend
just
one
doesn't
round,
want
but
him to be able to jump up and hit him.
You can spend one round up there, but he'll just wait. And they'll kind of force you back in.
That's fine. If I can do that, he officially can't catch me. So he'll have to use
again,
his
if
gun.
the game goes to a stalemate, they'll just end it and you get no money. So that's fine if that's what you want to do. I would say play with it for a little bit to see if you can actually get something through on this dude. Because again, you haven't seen what the other players have options for. But for now, you do probably have a way to stalemate it. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Again, I'm not actively trying to kill you with an impossible encounter. That wasn't the intent. However, it is an encounter that is anti-zero.
Give it time.
Not that anyone else would have been any better. Only Seeker would have done better. And because of magic. Literally the only reason why Seeker would have done better.
Nice.
All right. Next up is actually Biggles to Chowda. Biggles, I'm giving you a special ability now. I don't know. We can workshop how we want to do, but you've clearly taken on the role of hype man. And in fact, the master of games, who is, like I've mentioned, the overweight, lazy, tired, doesn't want to be there. He's panned the camera on you that normally watches him as he commentates poorly. And it is now just focused solely on Biggles to Chowda. Biggles,
I am become Rye. Shit.
you can do one of two things, and they require skill checks. You can try to boost Zero's morale, and it'll give him. What's your max? What can you hit max to hit?
If I get assuming
19.
I get 19,
Yeah.
so what is that? 32.
Right, that's not going to work. Do you have any energy weapons?
Yeah, I have the Drake pistol.
Okay. As you know, the EAC is lower. It is much more manageable. You could potentially hit it with a 19. What?
And the -2.
No, I hadn't factored in the -2. Actually, you could hit it a little bit easier. What Biggles Shadow can do is he can give you a morale boost. Basically, the whole crowd gets excited by his energy for you, and it'll give you, by way of virtue, a morale boost of +2 to hit. Or Biggles to Chowda can talk shit against Karn. This can have a number of effects, and I will have Seeker roll and see how high it is, and I'll basically have an internal scale of you've hit this is the effect. I think below like a 10 would be no effect, but above a 10, I will start doing things, I think, on tiers of 5. So the first 5 will be maybe he moves a little bit slower that round. We'll work with it. We'll workshop it in as we go. But the boost is a straight up, it's just a +2 morale boost. Even though this is a Titanic fight, you may be able to overcome. So, Biggles to Chowda, what do you do while you watch?
I'll do the boost for now.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, you saw that trick attack, but watch what he's gonna do next. He's gonna be all over the place. It's crazy.
All right, which skill
This guy's the
check
one to
do you
watch,
think-
even though you can't see him very well.
You can see. Oh no one digitally can. No one remotely can see him very well. You're right. Everyone there can fine.
What about like the holographic projections that are like around the casino?
Of like all of like him now because of the way the fight's going on. Yeah, they're basically all a little bit blurry.
Okay.
They're not. No one really bats an eye at it. There's other people who've protected their identity in a similar way. This isn't like a unique thing Zero has. It's just a rare thing, and it has some other meaning to it. For that, Seeker, which skill check would you like to attempt to roll to get this bonus?
Let's see. So what would make sense?
I was
Well, there's
thinking,
definitely, like, if you have perform, I actually probably should open up a Starfinder character sheet.
I was thinking either culture, diplomacy, or as some sort of profession.
Yeah, but I guess profession is where perform would come through.
I mean, I've got my my profession in artistry, but
I
don't know
would
if
say
that would.
I think you're going more with probably diplomacy then,
Okay.
unless you have something different for intimidate, which I doubt, or
Or culture.
I would allow culture as well, I guess. Yeah.
I have neither of those, so this is gonna be great.
All right.
Ooh, I do still have a -1 charisma, so yeah. So I guess you're not getting many buffs from me.
So in your next round, if you would like to try and find a way to boost these attributes, you
Yes.
may.
I got a 9, so probably not.
A
Aw,
9.
You
You're
actually
not
rolled the
boosted for this
10.
round. The
We
crowd
haven't seen
basically
enough
does
to
a
be
callback.
excited yet.
The crowd calls back, but that armor though.
That
That's where they leave
armor,
it. All right, so Biggles, you're up. Biggles, brainstorm some ways to boost your
Oh, yeah.
charisma. I will tell you, alcohol will help.
Oh.
Also, there are many drugs available to you. All right, Karn is up.
How did Zero win? Seeger did drugs.
That's what it takes. As we pointed out, Karn can't move very fast, but he doesn't need to because this range, this field is kind of picked out to support this. He only needs to be within, I believe, 30 feet for his small arm attached to his armor to work, and I can't find where I hid that. Yeah, within 30 feet. So that is something he's going to be able to do from basically anywhere in the field. And we're going to do a quick measuring because if he doesn't have to move, he's not even going to bother. He does. He takes one lumbering step forward.
And he's technically large, right?
I don't see Jarl Slayer saying anything to that. He's got a
Yes. Yep. Jarl Slayer is
size large. You're right. My bad. It also has.
Then he also gets a negative to armor because of that, doesn't he?
I think it might be calculated in the bonus.
I would have to assume it is. I think everything's based off of normal. Medium creatures. Because most PCs are medium creatures. All right. He raises his left arm, and outside of this nozzle, which again is a small arm, it was approved as a small arm, and it is actually a small arm, just not at the right level. It comes out. What is this? It is high energy proton decoupler. It produces a stream of energized fields that, if they hit, will corrode and break down matter, much like subatomic acid would.
That sounds
And he
bad.
fires at you. I don't know what I have to hit for him, so he actually might not even be able to hit you. He's not actually that high of a level. It's his equipment is stupid high. He's actually, I think, what level are you guys at?
8.
9.
Oh, 9. Yep.
He's lower level than you guys then. So he might actually have a hard time hitting you as well. Where is his ranged? It's going to be +10 to hit. So that's not great. What's your AC? Your
EAC?
Yeah,
It's
EAC.
28.
So I have to roll an 18 just to hit you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So this is probably not going to be a fun fight. If he does hit you, you're not going to like it. All right, I'm rolling. You know what? For the sake of me not fudging things, because I want this to be fair, I'm actually going to roll this and roll 20.
Oh.
Roll 1d20. Bam.
Oh.
Rolls a 5. Basically coats the floor with this energy, which is, again, energy is a weird way to put it because it also, when it hits, it seems to just slowly disintegrate things around it. And it's just a wave that comes out of barely visible energy that melts the floor around you. If anyone wants, you know what? I will let that be your next, one of your next helpers can try and help you identify what the weapon is.
Nice shot, psych.
All right, that's Karn. That's it. That's all he says. He says, I know you're a wily one, but I'm not overly worried about it. I've packed this thing with so many stimulants that if I really have to, we can kick this shit to 11. I'm just going to play with you for a little bit. If you want to come a little bit more personal, though, and he pats his right arm, I'd be happy to introduce you to my best friend. And we move on to Miller.
He
Yeah.
already
We got
killed
no
her.
friends.
Killed who?
I said her.
Who's her?
Are you actually confused?
I am. Yes, I'm tired.
This patriarch?
Oh, you know what? For that, what happened this round, but he's mad. Yeah, that's pissed him off. All right, we're gonna move into a little bit early into the angry mode, which will help and hurt. And we'll see what that does on his next turn because he wasted both his actions. Miller,
Mm-hmm.
you got a couple things you can work on as our engineer specialist.
Yeah.
One, if you are crazy subtle about it, you might be able to mess with the field.
Okay.
You run the highest risk of getting caught and ruining everything, though. Mindful of that, because failures will result in getting caught.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Two, you could help Zero by identifying more about the Jarl Slayers, trying to identify weaknesses by basically just viewing it. That'll be a series of checks to do so, starting with a simple perception check and then an engineering check, and I'll figure out what the third check will be. But basically, this will unlock reduced AC for both EAC and KAC to the Veskus Jarl Slayer armor.
Okay.
As a side piece, you can also help Zero identify the weapon he's using, which I will allow it to give him a +1 to AC versus this weapon. A small bonus, but it's enough that it means he has to roll a 19 to hit right now. So +1 AC is not super shitty.
Miller starts pulling up his ARM laptop, which is a weird sentence to say, and starts spoogle searching the armor. So so you said I need a perception check first, right?
Yeah, you're trying to line up like what his versions are because you see it's definitely been altered a little bit.
What patch is he on?
What patch of the armor is he using?
21.
21. You're actually not able to identify what the differences are. Otherwise, all the Jarl Slammer just looks big and massive, and some of them are flavored differently just by visual cues. So you're not able to yet identify exactly what's making this armor different.
Okie dokie.
Does this Jarl Slayer have like flames on it?
No, that would mean it could move 30.
Stripes?
If it was painted red, I'd give it more speed, but it is not painted red.
It's flames,
all right.
not red, Dustin.
What was that?
It's flames on it, not red.
No, in Warhammer, it is
Warhammer,
literally
it is
a game
actually
rule.
red.
If you paint your miniatures red, specifically if you're an orc faction, it goes faster. Yeah, it's literally baked into the game rules. And I don't know if that's an old edition or not. I have not played Warhammer. I know it from mostly memes. We've talked about this before on stream. The orcs were accidentally the most powerful psychers or whatever they're called in Warhammer.
But they're just too stupid to actually utilize it to the fullest.
They think things that are red go fast. So because they're so powerful in the psychic area, it makes things go faster when they're red.
Speaking of going faster, we have 45 minutes till end of stream. So I'm just saying, let's kick it up.
Dren, I don't have a special thing for you to be doing. What would you like to be doing?
Hype man?
That's fair.
Assist one of the other two in some way.
Well, so what I was going to say was I was going to be like, Zero, you should take the thing that he's firing at you with. Just take it off the armor and fire at him with it.
Because you're drunk. Right. Yeah, it would require a hefty strength check, but I guess I'd allow it. All right, so Dren is officially moral support. Cool.
Yep.
Zero, you're up.
All right. So using a swift action, I'm going to pull out my other gun.
Yep.
The Drake pistol. And I'm going to trick attack him again, which auto succeeds at 35.
Oh, yeah, he's 28, so you're fine.
31.
Hit.
Oh.
Yeah, EAC his EAC is actually 31 without any reductions.
I believe the Drake pistol is 2d4.
I have it written down. It is 2d4. Yep. Usage 1. 20 out of 20. 3d. I'm sorry. No, it's 3d4, but if it's critical, it's burn 2d4.
So it's 3d4?
3d4.
Nice. And I believe, yeah, we're still at a +4.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
Damage?
Did you do it? Holy mother of God.
Wow.
Why 5d8?
Trick attack damage.
Oh.
That's scary.
Geez.
So 35.
Hey.
He suddenly has more health.
No, I don't do that. I don't do extendo rooms. I got you out of the spot
Extendo health.
for a reason. I forgot how much damage Trick Attack did.
Well, what is it? At level 9, we just got it just jumped up from 3d8 to 5d8.
That's a big jump.
That's
Get
a
on
huge
me.
jump.
All right, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, this laser blast goes through. You basically hit him right in the face. You know how most armor for some reason never has a faceplate in. This dude rocks the same thing, I guess. You.
Well, actually, yeah, the Jarl Slayer legitimately has no face protection.
Yeah. You scored him right in the dome. He's Vesk, he's lizard, he's got scales and stuff. So he's all right, but like rocks him. The whole armor rocks back for a bit. He teeters, but he weebles, he wobbles, but he does not fall down. He comes back up. There's just blood, viscous green fluid pouring down his face.
Never mind, he doesn't need his gun. He's got one.
I'm gonna totally get yourself a. Okay. Yeah, and he is actually bloodied. Uh-oh.
Hey, remember when we were just saying we had like 45 minutes left in the
Yeah, the
stream?
Miller looks at his laptop and, never mind, you got this guy, you got it.
Zero,
Come
you're
on,
moving.
baby.
Movement wise, can he actually move to there because of the whole diagonals thing?
No, diagonals, he could not move to there.
All right. So where would he be able to move to? Like here?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess he could get actually right here.
Oh, you have 30? I thought you had 20.
Oh, 20. Sorry, you're right. So sub that. 5, 10.
Because the
It was
second
5, 15,
Here.
20.
Well, that
So
counts.
Just right there. That's it.
the pink one?
Yeah,
multiple-
the pink one. That's me.
it was either the left or right one because you could go straight
All right.
diagonal. 5, 15, 20.
I'm sorry, audio people. I don't know
It's
why I
a
said
me.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a me.
I'll
Sorry.
stay here then.
Okay. All right. Biggles the Chowder, you're up.
Oh, I told you about that trick attack. Oh, you got choked just like Oda Shen did, and then he
Oh,
creates a holographic image, like directly in line of sight, so he could see it of Zero rolling him up into a ball, and then like punching him, and he just goes straight into Oda Shen's mouth, and she croaks.
I'm picturing this as like the most detailed, you know, the old sports video games. I do replays with like really chintzy, like
Yeah.
graphics.
Yeah.
Basically,
Well,
just-
like at bowling alleys is
yeah,
what I'm
thank you.
imagining.
Bowling, exactly
Out
exactly.
loud,
that. Yep.
as that happens, I go, no, that's not how it happened. I was invisible.
All right, you guys are gonna start causing some international feuds in a second. You're televised broadly.
I can't be heard.
I believe you can be heard. It's just
No.
visually.
Nope. In the talk show, they couldn't hear anything I was saying.
Oh, that's right. I think I did that mostly for the walls, but I'll keep with that. That's fine. You're safe. But Zero's got. I'm sorry. Seeker's got to watch his stuff.
Biggles.
Biggles.
Biggles is very
roll.
well informed.
You want me to roll mysticism since that was?
Yes. Sure.
Dog?
Let's throw this dog a bone.
All right. Actually, is that really only 16? Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 9 is 16. Yeah. So, all right. 26.
Yeah, okay. Yours isn't a scale. Yours, if you're hitting basically above an 18, it'll work for the boosting morale, and maybe it'll get harder if for some
Well,
reason.
that was to piss off what's his face.
Oh, to piss off. Okay, 26. So
or
we'll
do
call
something
that.
bad.
We'll say that's degree of 1, 2, 3. You're on your 4th degree there. I will say, in conjunction with the massive blood loss suffered from the dome shot, and the fact that he just like really picked on stuff. He's actually going to get reduced movement speed. His whole armor is going to be slowed down, and he's going to have. I'm going to give him a -2 to hit as well from that.
This dude's gonna pull out like a Majin Vegeta, just implode and destroy.
Oh, look, Nick's 2 for 2, you piece of spoop.
I assumed it was gonna die because you wouldn't give us a Jarl Slayer armor.
I would not give you. I'm actually more worried about the gun that I gave him than the Jarl Slayer armor, if I'm being completely honest. All right. Biggles the Chowder. As you're doing this, so the way the setup is there is crowds around this field. You aren't the only ones there. I only represented you on the map because tokens, right?
Are the crowds
Someone does come up behind you
in the like brown area? Like
what was that?
If I climbed up like the wooden brown area above the thing, is that where other people are?
No, they're more into like where you see like the stonework area is. So like where all the carts and stuff are. And some of them are up on these raised platforms above the field, like the guys are. Again, this isn't to scale. I mostly wanted the checkerboard, which is also I stole from Tavern Tales, patreon.com/Tavern Tales maps. They put it on Reddit. It's actually a pretty fun looking map. Someone comes up behind you and they tap on your shoulder to get your attention, Biggles.
Yo, what's up? It's Biggles the Chowder. How's it going, buddy?
It's another Vesk. And they're trying to shush you as they motion for you to follow them back away from the field.
No, I'm staying here, guy. I'm good.
Miller, go ahead and roll your perception. And I'm going to roll this person's stealth.
23.
What?
23.
You hear it. This person whispers and says, "It is vitally important. You come with me now."
Can I help you, sir?
Not especially.
Oh, hey, friend.
What was that perception roll you just did?
23.
23. I'm going to give them another roll for something else. I'm going to use your same perception roll. So you hear them. Oh, shit. I rolled a natural one. As they quickly look at you, as you talk and they didn't expect it, it is a Vesk. Again, they're wearing like a hood, almost like a cult hood, like just a basic robe tied around sash, and they've got like this weird crust all over their face. And as they turn to you, part of this crust falls away from their face, and it's clearly bad prosthetics. And you immediately recognize Torgrad, a Vesk you worked alongside or
Yeah, no, I know exactly who Torgrad is.
What's your last interaction with Torgrad as Miller?
He got pissed off because I was nominated for head engineer of the Infinitum project.
Okay. So you did not ever meet him in his role as Inquisitor. It was only Notzab and crew who did.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't know that. He looks up. His face snaps to you. Prosthetic falls off. He clearly sees that his prosthetic just falls off. And he takes one step backwards off the little raised dais. He takes another step backwards, and he turns to run.
Let's see. I just reach out and grab his shoulder.
Go ahead and give me. We'll make that a reflex save. I'll make him do a. His acrobatics is awful.
Plus 10.
I actually rolled an 18, so that's not so bad.
16.
All right. He slips through your fingers and manages to flee. Again, that wasn't very telling for you. Notzab would not have been aware of who was dealing with them anyways, and I don't remember Torgrad introducing himself. I don't remember if he would have.
I don't think he did.
I feel like he wouldn't have. It kind of goes against the Inquisitor way. He books it. He hightails it.
Could I?
What was
I
that?
couldn't make like a reaction or anything, could I? Like
No,
I
I'd let
couldn't
you.
cast. Could I cast slow?
You could, yes.
Oh, but wait, no, it's bad. Yeah. Oh, magic bad. Oh, magic bad. Oh, I already I made a holographic image. That's magic. That's
well. So that wasn't interfering magic, so I let it go. But if you would like to cast slow in the field, please do.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Torgrad flees, and you guys miss a really fun encounter I had, and I'm really bummed about it. But I didn't have a way to make you go away, so that's fine.
Well, I didn't really.
I will try and bring it up later, but I think that was probably my one chance. That might be something I talk about in an after party sometime later. That idea was going to be brought to you by something that was inspired when I was talking to ADEC in Discord.
Oh, great. Doesn't he want to kill us? I'm pretty sure he wants to kill us.
Yeah, but this one was going to be a funnier way to do it.
Oh, okay.
Way better.
Garai falling in, a pit of spikes.
Way better. Even better. I'm going to keep moving, though. That's Biggles. Now it's Karn's turn. I mentioned Karn's move is reduced. I'm going to give him half speed, so he moves 5 and 10 feet. He is wiping blood away, but the Jarl Slayer armor is making that really difficult. He's like grating metal across his scalp.
He
As
takes 1d4 damage.
he's not actually punching himself. He does actually punch himself in the chest though, as like a kind of amp yourself up. And you'll notice that he has armor mods installed. I don't know who's close enough to see. It's probably just you, Zero. As he hits himself in the chest, his armor starts injecting needles into him. And the serum was going to be something different. Now it is just the standard color for whatever healing serums are in
Red.
Starfinder. What's the biggest health potion that's accessible to you guys?
Probably 3, but I'll double check that. Accessible to us or
yeah,
just
you specifically.
Okay, that would be Mach 3, and it's 68.
6d8.
Yep.
Yikes! All right. Well, I
Not
guess
68, but 68.
Oh man,
6d.
I have one on me.
Plus
I didn't
31.
think it was that much.
Plus 31. All right, so he goes up to decent, respectable health total, you bastards. He's like, ugh, I'm not out of this yet. And he raises his hand again, the disruptor wrist, and fires off.
I mean, oh well, actually, never mind. It was a swift action.
Yeah, for him, it's because it's embedded in his armor. It's a swift action. 17 does not hit you because he's also getting a -2 to hit. I said, so he basically is just eliminating the field around you. I'm actually going to say that the 2 white squares now in front of you are considered difficult terrain. Not that that matters to you. I recognize that what I've done
Laughs
doesn't
in
matter.
Zero's voice.
But there it is. Miller, you're up.
Do I still see Torgrad? Because I very, very much want to be, because I mean he's a old rival of mine.
So you can do a couple of things there. Pursuing would be a full-on chase.
Uh-huh.
I think he's. You guys are probably the same speed actually. You don't have any speed increases, right?
I do not know.
Especially
Did you
since
build
you
him
gave
as
me
a-
haste.
Yeah,
Was he a-
he-
I mean, I guess I could cheat and say he's got a haste module or something, but it would be a full-on chase. He was legitimately trying to grab Seeker. He didn't want you. He was actually specifically disguising himself to
yeah,
avoid
no
you.
worries.
Also, if we want to get to Zolan, I'd say let's worry about the fight.
Yeah. Miller's just crossing his arms and watching the fight.
Yep.
You're not gonna help.
I don't really have any other way to help.
Again, if you identified more about the armor, which would be a higher perception, or if you did an engineering check on the weapon, although he's already missing a lot anyways.
Yeah, perception 22. Yeah, one more than last time.
You're looking for a 25 to get the actual check.
Yeah, I haven't rolled higher than a 7 today.
All right. Dren, for moral support, any other insight?
Your name's Karn. Well, after what Zero did to you, they're gonna call you Carnage because of your face.
The crowd around you. Carnage is a pretty badass arena name, actually. Carnage. +2 to morale. I'm giving him +2 to hit because I need to hit Zero. I need to hit him once, you bastards. All right, Zero, you're up.
All right. So Zero books it to the other corner, and assuming it would be some type of acrobatics check, my minimum one is a 30-something.
No, difficult terrain just means it costs you an extra 5 movement or 5 feet of movement. It's
Oh,
literally not a problem to you.
Okay.
If he hits those spots again, I will make them holes or something, but I don't expect it to be the case. Again, I had room for this to be a long, drawn-out fight. The hedge maze would have been way more interesting, but I didn't go with that route.
All right, and again, trick attack.
You
which
hit him with a
can't-
trick attack. Yep. Now you just got to swing the hit.
Only a 22.
Ooh, missed the kill shot. All right. I'm going to move on faster. Biggles to Chowda.
I'm just gonna keep on jeering at him real quick.
All right, make that. Yeah, give me a roll for that.
Yeah, you want probably doing more stuff with the hologram too, so I guess I'll just keep it up with the
That's fine.
yeah, the mysticisms. Oh, I could just
Yeah.
32.
Wow.
Let's see. I'm going to say he is actually shaken by what you show him on this one, and he will only get 1 action next round.
Nice.
What was it?
Well, Odishen died, and then he came out of her ass.
Okay. right. You want a little Chaucer there for me, but that's all right.
That's fine. Josh is cool.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. So Biggles to Chowda, that's it. So he is now getting one action. We're gonna go to Karn, and he's looking up at the crowd. That's just graphic, and he fires his wrist laser thing at Zero again. And that is this one.
Oh, I was so hoping it was a 1.
I brawled it, which does nothing, although now one of the black squares is difficult terrain. We're going to go through Miller. Miller, are you just going to be monitoring, or are you going to keep rolling perception and hoping for the best?
21. Done. Let's go.
Okay. I don't know what I did with my pen, but that's fine. Dren, any other bonuses you'd like to give to Karn?
I got nothing witty after what just happened so far. So I assume I say something and it helps Karn in some form.
I'm going to give him a static +2 as long as you keep talking. And I
yeah,
like
yeah, he's going to be rambling. So
All
My
right.
shot accidentally veers off towards Dren.
Zero,
If
you're
I
up.
miss, it happens to ricochet in that direction.
I'm okay with that.
All right, and again, since he didn't move, I'm going to stay in this corner.
Yeah, that's fine.
And trick attack for 35 and a 25 to hit.
Nothing. Even if I gave him a -2 and you're giving him a -2, right?
Yeah.
So
He said 31, so
yeah, still not enough.
26.
Yeah, still not enough. All right. Bagels to Chowder.
All right, so now the hologram turns like perfectly exactly as you can see it down, like you can see the field. So it's all realistic and stuff, and it looks like it's just a replay, except it's him shooting his wrist laser just all over the place except for where Zero is. And then it says like, nice shot, psych.
And another roll for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a nat 1. Got
The
17.
crowd has
Ooh.
actually thought this has gotten a little bit stale, and they begin booing your hologram. These
Damn.
boos give Karn a little bit more spirit. He cannot get another morale bonus because he can't have a bonus of the same type. But I will say the booing slows Zero down, so it still works out to be +2 hit. I'm still probably not coming anywhere close, but I'm at now a +4. And it's Karn's turn. He can move.
Oh, wait,
this
I
time.
can't take negatives to my AC.
Damn it.
Well, not because of something like that, I mean.
What?
Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure I can't.
10, 15, 20. He moves closer, lumbering closer in his pneumatic armor, shooting off.
Is he walking up
steam.
like that too? Just
Yeah, probably. And he's too far away for his little knife, so he fires again, hoping point blank range might do something a little bit better this time. And let's see what that does.
See, I had assumed I was gaining flat-footed because of that. I can't become flat-footed.
I wasn't getting it flat-footed. I'm just giving you a morale negative.
Okay, yeah, no, then that works.
No, it doesn't. I'm going to say proximity makes this a little bit more lethal in terms of what it's doing to the field. So that tile is no longer passable terrain. It's a hole in the ground. And it's Miller. Miller, roll me that perception check.
Come on, higher than a 7.
That was not higher than a
rolling
7.
5s today.
Dren, do you keep talking?
You can't even hit him. You can't.
But when he does, right? All right. And then we're up to 0.
Question, does his bonus to armor and all that, would it be effective if I strictly sliced his head with a knife?
Oh.
Yeah, there's no called shots in Starfinder.
All right. In that case, I straight up run to the other corner.
Fair.
So how much of a negative to movement are you giving me, or should I even bother trying to?
No, don't worry about
even
it. Don't even worry about it.
And trick attack and
It's also over now that your turn started.
okay,
30 hits.
All right, and that will be 12, 37.
Oof. Another shot. You hit the other corner of his head. Part of his scalp burns away. You see Vesk bone underneath, green ichor just pouring, and he's like, "Oh, the drugs are kind of wearing off." Ooh. Yeah, that's not great. Biggles, you're up.
Yeah, Biggles is gonna start cheering Zero on instead of making fun of.
Okay.
But he's still using the hologram. This time it's gonna be like the bowling alley strike when he actually hit him.
All right, roll me that
It's a
mysticism.
little bit more generic.
Oh, well, so it should just be like headshot.
25.
That's enough. 0. You get +2 to your next attack. And this is Karn up. He's gonna stagger his way towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20. So close, but so far away. He fires again. I'll get you. You wily. I planned for this, and he attacks. And
I mean, isn't that technically within 10 feet?
yeah, but it's a knife. Oh, he's large. Oh, I should have made him larger, huh?
Yeah, that would help you out a little bit more.
Because large is that, right?
That
Watch
is
him
large.
grow.
Eh,
That's real big.
I probably have been messing up his movement though as a result. I'm gonna say he's here, and I guess he does have that reach though.
He does.
I already rolled for the hit, and it wasn't gonna hit you with the blade either. He misses whatever he uses. Miller, you're up.
Miller is obviously very distracted by seeing a random classmate from a couple of years ago just kind of sneak up. So he's just kind of like half-assing his Google searches or something like that. But he kind of shakes it off a little, tries again, and 25. 25.
Nice.
Exactly 25.
So you see that there is a slight flaw in some of the modifications that were made.
Hey, Clown Baby, I see that there's a slight flaw in the modifications.
If Clown Baby was to hit an area near where he hits his injector button,
If an area near where his injection button is,
it would cause his different accoutrements, the serums he has inside the armor.
it would cause the accoutrements, the different serums that he has
to activate all at once.
to activate all at once.
Effectively, I'm reducing his AC more, and if you crit, you basically destroy him immediately. Although you would have.
If I crit, I wouldn't want to think about how much damage he takes.
He's getting a
kinda
-2 to both of his ACs now, on top of everything else that you're doing to him. After Miller is Dren.
We said he was gonna run really fast. He hasn't done that yet.
All right, 0. Land this hit, man.
All right.
Do it.
I kind of look up at John like, really? And I run to this corner and then to this corner.
Yeah.
Because he
Do a
can't
lap.
do the thing. All right.
Zigzag. Do a lap.
And then to this corner, then to this corner, and then back.
Okay.
Pikachu, use agility.
See, originally I was gonna be all fancy and jump over him, but he's like, oh, but he's not running really fast. Like, really?
No,
Come
you
on.
can literally run circles around him and still land in that corner.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. 19.
But you get +2 from me and minus what, 2 or 4 for him.
He still
on his
needs up to a
AC.
26.
Yeah, he still needs the 26. All right, it's Bagels to Chowder's turn. I'm just gonna say you've done enough. If you just want to say what you're doing, like a +2, I'll give the static +2.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to 0.
Okay. It goes to Karn's turn. Karn, after witnessing 0 literally run laps around him and wind up across the way, realizes that this isn't going to work in his favor. He sighs. He hits a particular spot on his chest. and the serum that injects into him through like the neck tubes and everything is like a viscous red, and then it turns to deep black.
Do I know what is going on? Do I know what's going on?
Oh.
Can I do an engineering check or something?
I know what's going on too.
Anybody that's ever played Dustin's campaign knows what's going on.
It's actually not exactly what you think.
No.
Seeker, what was the color of the drugs you got from Mister?
Pretty sure. I mean, it was Leaf, wasn't it? It was Foresight.
No.
But that was
You
Leaf.
got something about time or something like. Oh, was it perfect foresight? Right?
Yeah, perfected Foresight.
Yeah, that's a drug I made up. Did I give you a color?
I didn't write it down. If you did.
Pretty sure it was supposed to be clear white. However, had you done some more research onto the drug or talked to Mister about it or taken it, you would have gotten some effects. You recognize this as some of the earlier foresight you received from Mister, or could be that. And this allows. So the way the early version of the combat drug was, he's about to take a lot of negatives, but he gets to attack twice with 0 penalties because he literally can move faster as everything around him seems to slow down. Perfect foresight, which is not black, it is clear, does a lot more. And you haven't taken it yet. He's simply going to make 2 blast attacks. He's just being desperate now. So I'm going to be rolling 2d20.
Audio people, it was a nat 1.
And the other one, let's see the other one just for the hell of it. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be, if that was a nat
Little
20, I would have
Hey,
shot
Dustin.
myself.
Hey, Dustin. Describe your kill.
On yourself.
All right, I will. I have this one. It's
Wait,
fine.
does he destroy himself in a way that he doesn't blow up?
Not the way you want. No.
No, so the gun survives. That should.
No. You'll see what happens. It's fine. You're not getting the Jarl Slayer or the gun. It's a level 20 weapon. I'm not giving it to you. It does crazy damage. All right. What is your EAC?
27.
This actually hits because he has
28.
Oh no, he's got 26 right now, and you don't have any negatives anymore.
No, and chances are it'd be a reflex save, and if I pass that, I'd take nothing anyways.
Yeah, all right. He was close then. He was closer than he has been, even with the 14.
I
All right.
use my reflexes and jump up and hide above the stage.
So you do the Luke Skywalker jumping above the carbonite. He blasts, and then like I guess something out of the corner. I'm gonna say it's Dren out of the corner of his eye, who's acting just bewildered at how fast you were. He looks up and he swings his fist that's still blasting away, at like it hits the ground below his feet. Which he's still doing this all in slow-mo, so he shuts off the blast and he gets ready for the second blast, but doesn't realize he's made the floor no longer stable, and he begins to fall, causing him to uppercut himself in the face as the blast goes off, liquefying the top half of his skull, completely evaporating it. At which point, again, this is all going in slow-mo for him, so he's dying quite slow, and this is like the worst way to die because he feels every single moment of this in crazy slow-mo.
So it's basically he's under the effects of golden wind.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's real bad. It is really bad, and he may be living this forever. It evaporates his skull, all that fun stuff. As his body hits the ground and his vitals stop, you hear the expected, I assume, audible beeping. It starts out slow at first with a beep, 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 and it's gonna get faster. I assume you all flee.
Yeah. I casually walk down the stairs. I'm out.
Somebody please pull Dren away.
Yeah.
Does it have
I'll pull him away.
I'll get on one side.
Yeah,
Does it have a victory for me over it yet or anything?
Whoa!
Yeah, victory.
What's gonna happen?
Well, no, because I didn't want to. Oh, he left the stage before you.
No. Victory goes to Clown Baby.
Clown Baby!
Acrobatics check. Sorry.
30-something.
All right. Yeah.
I can automatically.
You Mario jump between the corner of the wall and you get out of there. And as the explosion begins to trigger, the game master lazily pushes a button and the hard light encloses. The explosion is massive. It was only going to be useful if he hugged you. If he had done a more of a Vegeta thing and exploded himself on you, it might have done something. But otherwise, you reflex out of it anyways. So
He
you
didn't
literally
even need to
stick
hit
out of
him.
there.
He killed himself. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right. You guys, whatever money you put in, first acknowledge that money's gone, but now you get triple the amount back. Does that make sense? So
Oh, yeah.
Seeker put in 1,000.
Yep.
He's now at 3,000 total.
Yep.
You're welcome, Miller.
I'm going to do some fast forwarding now because I do want to get the staging set up for the Zolan meeting because I told everyone you guys are going to be there tonight. We won't go into it until next Starfinder night.
So I grab my credits and
Which is
immediately grab
how many?
48,000 credits.
Oh
I'm
my
at
god. Holy
27,000.
crap.
10,349.
All right, guys, we got a show to catch. Let's go grab some popcorn. Grab some popcorn from a concession stand and make my way to the place that we're gonna meet our undead friend.
I love popcorn. What's popcorn? What's popcorn?
I'm sorry, Spopcorn.
Have
Oh,
the
what's that?
casino map. Oh no, that's an encounter map in the casino. Did I give you guys a map for casino, or have I've been freeballing it?
We've
been
been
freeballing
freeballing.
it.
Freeballing.
Oh, I drew a map. I guess
You
it was
did.
just I drew it physically, maybe.
I drew a physical one. There you go.
Yep. Can't see that.
Yeah, yep, can't see that.
Oh,
It's fine.
kind of.
I know what it looks like. I thought I had a map for it. I know what it looks like so much. You guys are in the far right quadrant, and I know they had areas you had to move through to get there. You guys do have to pass through the shopping area. If you would like to spend your money on equipment and weapons appropriate to your level plus, what's the normal plus?
2.
It's +4 here because it's an illegal gambling area. And you guys just got a bunch of cred, like street cred in the casino. Zero now everywhere he goes in this casino is being hailed. And even though he was blurry, enough people were around the area to pass on the story of this epic fight, including the fact that this idiot Vesk vaporized his skull.
And didn't touch me.
And didn't touch yeah.
You
Yep,
can
yep.
have the highest level weapon in the game, and that's what happens when Dusty.
Oh yeah. And what weapon was that?
Disintegrator Pistol Eradicator. It is a level 20 weapon, and for damage, does 3d20.
Yo, if anybody wants to spot me some money while we're going through here, that'd be nice. My shit hasn't taken off yet. I just gotta get people to listen to my music, you know.
Here's my SoundCloud.
It's really hard getting my SoundCloud out there.
What's your stamina, Zero?
70 something.
All right. I did over half of it in one attempted roll of 3d20, but yeah, I needed to hit you, which was always going to be a problem. But again, I wasn't trying to kill you. I was trying to.
You got to remember, even with the level 20 weapon, it doesn't affect his chance to hit.
No, of course not. It is all about his level. He's level 8, which isn't bad, but 0 is bad. All right, setting this up. You guys can go shopping in the interim if you so choose. I'll let you guys do it off screen.
Yeah, I'll do it off screen.
But as we roll into it, do I need to script anything else? Next week we will pick up. I'll do a headphones off for everyone to figure out what happened with that thing for the listeners and viewers. But for now, you're going to the southernmost part of the casino. It is the southern branch. It is like the entertainment district. It is just past the shopping area, basically, as far as district goes. And you're going to the bar that you were told to go to last time. I thought I had that written down. What's up?
It was the name of it.
Yeah.
It was
Orca.
Huh?
What's Orca? I have Orca written up here for some reason.
Amenities at the theater district.
I'm not worried about it. It's the same casino where the DJ contest was, basically. I'll do a quick review before we hit next episode. You're heading to the bar there, because it's just a bar. You were told that most of the patrons would be restricted from the South District. Not everyone. They're not trying to make a panic, which that would, but they're making sure new people are being rerouted or things are being shuffled. Only people with like events or things going on, or people attending the DJ competition, things like that. So not a completely empty area, but as low as you can in this usually very populous area. There are also, as you're walking through, you'll notice some casino employees / guards, and that's about it. When you enter the bar itself, it is made to look rustic. So it's like all wood surfaces. They're faux wood, but it's all wood surfaces. It's supposed to look like an old school place, poorly lit. One half of the floor is dedicated to this like high-tech DJ setup, which does not match the decor. And in the room, there is a host of people by the DJ stand. We'll describe next time. There is, let's see, other people. There is a single casino guard wearing the casino guard livery. It is a noir, which is like a minotaur. Then at a back table in a booth, but can clearly see the door, there is the Eoxian Zolan Gurguretz, and accompanying him is a single guard. It is a female. I forget the species. I think it's like a cat person or something like that. I also don't have, when my computer shut down, I lost the NPC sheet you guys gave me, so I don't
No.
have
Pulling
that.
it up right now.
Yeah, if you want to send that to me or at least tell me what the species is, I'm
It
pretty sure it's a
should
female.
be like the most recent thing I messaged you in Hangouts.
No, we talked about Japan.
Right before that, then.
Oh, actually, it wasn't that. No, it was right before. It was the last thing. We didn't talk about Japan on that chat, I guess. That's fine.
It was after the nude pics, though.
Well,
So if
obviously.
you get to the nude
kind
pics,
of
you
interspersed
scroll too far.
around them, actually.
The
I don't
Nick
think you guys
pics.
know this, but it is a Patra. We'll eventually go by the name Brunhilde, it looks like. And it looks like basically a humanoid jaguar? Leopard? I can't really tell. A cat with spots and orange fur. Go with that. Wearing high-tech green armor and a cloak. And that's Zolan's only guard. On the opposite corner of this bar, in an equally shadowy booth, but with a vantage point on the door, you all recognize the imposing form of Krellis, the bounty hunter.
Does it see me?
Krellis wearing armor, very big armor, not quite Jarl Slayer big, but full armor and full helmet. You can't quite tell, but makes no special movement when you all enter.
Cool.
No acknowledgement, no nothing.
Awesome.
And that is the crowd you're walking into for next time when we pick up with Starfinder.
Is Rex
tough
with
crowd.
us?
Rex is not with you.
Okay.
You could not find Rex on your walk back, and we can talk about that more at the beginning of next episode. So we'll deal with shopping at the beginning of next episode. We will deal with the case of the missing Rex, who was not present at the arena whatsoever. And then we will get into the meeting proper. It should be bam, bam, bam. And I've got 3 different paths this meeting can take. We are good to go. I'm sure you'll find the 4th and break it. Or I'll roll a goddamn natural 1 again.
Thanks, Dustin.
Yeah, you got it. All right.
Ruined my chance for an epic kill, and so you're like, no, I'm just gonna do it myself.
Kill steal.
He can't give that to you.
I was thinking about having him trying to grab you and detonate him because he could have moved twice and tried to grapple, but I didn't want to look up grapple rules, so I just had him shoot twice. So, yep, that's
Yeah,
about
Patrick. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ready.
it. All right. Did you guys want to say anything as you've walked into this bar with these associated patrons?
Rye's the worst. It says so right there in the bottom
Yeah,
right.
it does.
I'm actually just gonna beeline it over to what's his name?
Zolan?
Zolan. Yeah. With a huge, the biggest bucket I could find of popcorn
And you just grab a seat?
right next to him.
Oh, on the other side of the guard then.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. And I guess that's where, do you say anything?
Yes. Would you like some? Never mind. It'll go right through you.
This is his face. And for audio viewers, it's not pleased. And this is what we'll end the episode on, is just him nodding with a grimace and a nod. All right. Sorry that we didn't get to the Zolan meeting this time. It'll be basically the full focus of next time's episode. Next time, I fully expect we'll be wrapping up, or at least on the way to concluding, the second member of the triumvirate. I don't think this is more than a 1 to 2 episode conclusion. Again, you guys could take this in a weird way, and I'm sure you will, but my expectation is
say that.
one episode, 2 if you guys really go weird, and if you somehow find a way to break the system, fine, whatever. Note that I do have multiple ways this goes, so be open, try different things, don't feel like you're locked into certain solutions here. The last thing after that, guys, is just trying to figure out how to take on Derlith Gerson. And we can go about that a couple of ways, like the Mass Effect way, which we make it easier for you, or a direct assault, and it's not as easy for you. But we're pretty much at the end game for Starfinder as early as you guys are ready for it. And that'll let us do some random encounters for your benefit if that's what you want to do. So look forward to that. For now, for everyone can hang out, we're going to jump into the after party.
Yeah.
But until then, I just want to remember folks that aren't going to be there for next time. Just remember, never set the party.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yes, Patrick.
Oh, I lost my page.
All right.